Welcome all. This is Dr. T. Jani Shubha, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry. Today's lecture topic is on women and child welfare, which comes under the title Human Population and Environment. In the previous lecture, we have seen about the Family Welfare Program. So after completion of this topic, you will be able to know the various women and child welfare programs in India. Let us go into the concept. Women and children are usually the main targets who suffer in a number of ways, mainly because they are weaker, helpless, and economically dependent. They are also suffering a lot because of they are the soft targets. They are the victims of capitalism, development, and environment. They are also economically dependent, and illiteracy plays a vital role, and also the white gender discrimination. We think the women in rural areas has access to good education, nutritious and healthy food, and they have high self-esteem. They have financial stability, and also they have the opportunity to liberalize. But still, they struggle for getting recognition, maintaining work-life balance, spending quality time with family. As a result, some of them ends up with stress, tiredness, bad habits, molestation, and disturbed life. So, in common, what are the issues faced by women? It is the dowry harassment, female infanticide, that is the sex selective abortion, negligence of health and well-being of women, domestic violence, overwork, and divorce. Now let us see the initiatives taken by India. The Ministry of Women and Child Development has been made, and the National Network for Women and Mining, that is the NNWM, with about 20 groups of different mining states of India, is rightly fighting for gender audit of India's mining companies. Besides the government initiatives, there are a number of non-governmental organizations, mostly as Mahila Mandals, to create awareness amongst women of remote village, even to empower them, train them, educate them, and help them to become economically self-dependent. On the international level, the United Nations Decade of Women, that is 1975 to 85, witnessed inclusion of several women-related issues on international agenda. So let us see the initiatives taken on international level. The United Nations Decade for Women, that is 1975 to 85, included several women-related welfare issues on international agenda. The CEDAW, that is the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, 1979, is one of the results of the program for protection and promotion of women's human rights and socio-economic upliftment. The most important is the Women Self-Help Group in North Tamil Nadu, a very good example for women upliftment. It is found that the income of the women has been increased after joining the self-help groups. The good practice of the women SHG, that is a self-help group in the study area, is repayment of the loan in time. Nearly 64% of the debtor paid their monthly due within the time, and even some members paid the due in advance. In this way, the self-help groups in North Tamil Nadu are very successful to develop women empowerment and rural areas. So, there is a positive rising due to the women welfare programs. That is, India has world's largest number of professionally qualified women. India has the largest population of working women in the world. India has more doctors, surgeons, scientists, professors than the United States. And Indian women today are also singers, painters, beauty queens and actors. So now we have seen about the upliftment of women due to the welfare programs taken by the government and the NGOs. Now let us go to the child welfare. So when we go to the child population in India, India has the highest number of children in the world. More than 1/3 of the country's population is below 18 years. Approximately 40% of the population is children. Hence, there is a need for child welfare. 1 million out of 21 million babies born every year in India are abandoned soon after their birth due to different socio-economic reasons. Around 20 million children in our country are estimated to be working as child laborers, some of them in various hazardous industries like match industry, firework industry, brassware industry, and pottery industry. So, the children in need of care and protection are the orphans, abandoned and destitute children, missing or runaway children, street and working children, children of sex workers, abused, tortured, and exploited children, children indulging in substance abuse, children affected by HIV, AIDS, children affected by natural calamities, emergencies, and man made disasters, children with disabilities, child beggars, children suffering from terminal and incurable diseases. And other problems faced by them are child labor, malnutrition, no education. They may undergo dreadful diseases like pneumonia, diarrhea, measles, malaria, and also, as mentioned, working in hazardous places to feed themselves. So, a number of initiatives have been taken. A few among them are the ICDS, that is the Integrated Child Development Services Scheme, Supplementary Nutrition, Anganwadi Centers, Parent Education, Girl Child Protection Scheme, Check on Child Trafficking, Children Homes, that is the Sisu Vikar or the Balavikas, Kishora Shakshi Yogana. So these are some of the child protection in terms of nutrition and care. The other initiatives taken are the UN General Assembly in 1959 adopted the Declaration of the Rights of Child. After the UN Convention of Rights of Child, it became international law in the year 1990, consisting of 54 articles and a set of international standards and measures to promote and protect the well-being of children in the society. The other initiatives taken were the World Summit on Children held on September 30, 1990 has focused agenda for the well-being of the children targeted to be achieved in the beginning of a new millennium. India is also a signatory to the World Declaration on Survival, Protection and Development of Children. A national plan of action for children has been formulated by the Ministry of Human Resources Development, that is MHRD, Government of India, in which a strategic plan has been formulated for children's welfare in the priority areas of health, education, nutrition, clean and safe drinking water, sanitation and environment. The universalization of effective access to at least primary level schooling, special emphasis on girl child's education, including health and nutrition, upgradation of home-based skills, midday meal scheme, expansion of early childhood development activities, including low-cost family-based involvements, are some of the important actions envisaged. The next one is the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It provides useful and relevant elementary education for all children up to 6 to 14 age group. What are the goals of SSA? That is the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It is to enroll all children in school, education guarantee center, alternate school and back to school camps. Retention of all children till the upper primary stage in schools and bridging of gender and social category gaps in enrollment, retention and learning, ensuring that there is significant enhancement in the learning achievement levels of children at primary and upper primary stage. So there are also few NGOs concerned with child welfare, that they are the Action Aid India concentrates on child education and on street and working children. The CRY targets unprivileged children who don't have basic resources to sustain themselves. Butterflies engage themselves in offering free education to poor kids. They teach children living in the slums in Delhi. And Care India, with branches in 11 states, focus on girls' education, and the Prayas addresses issues related to lack of sensitivity and infrastructure for children's rehabilitation, education and reintegration. So I hope you all must have understood about the women and child welfare schemes and targets. Now after this you may answer the questions like give an account of women and child welfare programs, discuss the various issues and measures for women and child welfare at national and international levels, and mention any two welfare programs for children adopted in India. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.